and they're like, well, you're in the Clone Wars, right? I'm like, oh, I should do my research, you know? Oh man, the kid knows more than me. But they are so into it, you know? And then they start from the Clone Wars now, and then they're like, oh, there's a movie, and then they go into, you know, the prequels, and then they go into the originals because they have to, you know, they follow it, you know what I mean? And it's something that they get addicted to, like I am now, you know? So I think it was awesome. Jeremy's going to be playing my mother at Fett.
Yes. Disrespect.
But yeah, I'm very lucky. I'm old as well. But
No, I think you're absolutely right. And I think with the Clone Wars, it is pushing forward new knowledge to all the kids are watching the cartoon. Now, two of my grandsons love the cartoons. They think they're better than watching grandparents. But it is incredible. It just draws people in because it is a safe story. This pretend violence, I think it's too much violence on television and films now, unnecessary. And it's not me being older saying, but I think it's too much. But that is pretend violence. The stormtroopers fall down, get back up again. The kids laugh because it's funny. And now the droids get shot down, but it's cowboys and Indians. When I was a kid, you pretend to ride the horse and go, ah! But it's pretend violence. It's not. Now that's why you've got the good against evil. That's why it survives for so long. Another question.
this guy, yes.
Yeah, I'm just Daniel. Did you find harder working on the set or doing the voiceover with the character?
You know what? None. My mom used to ground me in my room. Swear, lock me in my room, just leave me there for weeks. I'm like solitary confinement within my own house. The warden's my mother, and I can't leave. You know? But so I spent a long time by myself. So my imagination is really crazy. George Lucas would ask me, Daniel, there's a droid over there. It's just being blown up, and there's smoke right into the sky. So I'm like, and he's just sitting there like, this crazy little kid. You know what I mean? But it's the same with the voiceover. I have nothing to go on besides my imagination and the lines that I've been given. So I have to imagine every single thing that's going on in that script so that I can be there in that situation and take you there with my voice. It's fun. It's difficult, but it's fun. It's challenging, and that's what I love. Yeah, but they're both kind of the same. It's all Star Wars is imagination, and you can never lose that. You know, don't ever let your kids stop playing with cars. You know, don't ever let your kids stop playing with Barbie dolls. Like, that's what keeps you young. That's what keeps your imagination alive, and that's potentially acting.
So you're still playing with the Barbie dolls?
Well, actually, I play with the young Boba Fett, but because my hair's long, I can be a girl. I can be a girl, and then I take the hair off, and it's a boy toy. I usually play with myself with the hair on, though.
I think I'm in the wrong room.
People like Daniel, we can never find your toy. I'm like, yeah, because I bought them all. My mom took my money and I got off Star Wars and we went and invested in my toys. I look like a Barbie doll, like this size. I'm sitting next to Kane, the guy from Jason. Some guy, he said exactly what you said one time. It made me laugh. I brought up your doll. Can you sign me? That's not a doll. That's an action figure. And forever I've been calling my toys dolls. You know,
Yes, sir.
I watched the YouTube video of you receiving your costume instead of helmet.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That was in Texas, correct?
That's right.
And you said on there that you actually prefer the Empire Boba Fett over the Return of the Jedi. Is there a reason for that?
No, just talking about, I mean, a few years ago, someone contacted me from the Dented Helmet and said, Mr. Bullock, we think you should have your own costume. I said, yes. And then 2 months later, he said, well, we're starting. What one do you want? I said, what? He said, do you want the Empire Strike Back outfit will be all green, or do you want the mixed Return of the Jedi? I said, no, it's got to be the original, you know. And I'm still sort of joking, but they set off and built this outfit. And I have worn it twice. I mean, I wouldn't normally walk. I should be walking to the bank and asking for a loan. But in England, I've worn it at a big event at a space centre, and I got dressed up in it. And immediately you were in the character again, pushing people out of the way. Get out of my way. What's the matter with him? Then finally I took the helmet off. You could see a couple of angry fathers going, oh, sorry. But you know, it's through making that costume I've done through charity events, and it's actually quite fun, but it's amazing how it takes you back. So all those years ago, and it reminds you of the heat, you know, putting it on. The jetpack, of course, now is lighter with the new costume, but the original costume was unbearable. But us British fight through. Yes.
Daniel spoke earlier about one of his favorite on-set experiences that stayed with him. Had him riding around with you in a golf cart after the filming. Do you have a specific moment during the filming of the movie?
Yeah, the filming, always people say, is there something, you know, that you remember on the day? But I remember getting dressed in the outfit again, walking into the carbon freezing chamber sequence, and I'm walking down the metal steps behind Darth Vader, so it's all moody stuff in the background. And Dave suddenly stopped, and I trod on his cloak. Then he moved again, and I went back. He went down. And then, because of the little unknowns, all the guys there, they came back and said, do you want a hand? I'll lift you up. I said, no, go away, otherwise I think I'm hopeless. Go. Which I was hopeless. I couldn't get up, it's top heavy.
Told you, right?
And in the end, you're going, frankly, look, this is embarrassing. Luckily, we hadn't started rehearsing it, so we were just working out and said, Jeremy, what's the matter? What's the matter? I said, no, there's I think part of my costume came off. Something here, I don't know where. Anyway, we got away with that one. Otherwise, you see, it's rather like saying the line wrong, put Captain Cargo in the subway. With four lines I had. In the evening in the theatre, I never stopped speaking for 2.5 hours, but then you come on the second, I was thinking, this guy's dreadful, what's he doing? But it's luckily, and with Dave Bowers, when he said no disintegrations, and I say, as you wish, with that, he trod on my foot, because you can't see it, mists up, so you walk towards and you get to this thing. And you think, has he said his and then you think, well, I'm sure it's on. But you have to count steps where you're going. 1, 2, that's where I stop. That's good, I know. But a lot of funny things, but no deliberate outtakes. Everyone thinks there's going to be a very funny thing, but it was costing a lot of money, the film, special effects, firing guns, the explosion goes off in the wall. Everything's done, and you daren't be the one that's going to muck up. Although I did, of course. But it just such fun, and funny games and things. And a lot of the actors I grew up with in the theatre, television, and we'd have a laugh. Bib Fortuna, Mike Carter, you remember with all the things wrapped around his head. You'd go in the morning, about 5:30 in the morning, you'd go into the makeup, and I said, morning Mike, how are you? Can I get you a cup of tea at all? He said, no, I'm fine, you know.